Hello, everyone. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host, LJ Young, SMD founder. SMD is a family. I'm LJ. SMD is a family. Welcome. As always, I'm going to wait about 2 or 3 minutes for you guys to get in here, get a chance to get in here before we get started, even though I told everybody it's going to be 7 o'clock. Hey, all right. But we're going to wait 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to introduce myself for those of you that are new to my channel and have not ever came across SMD. Brand new shirts in. First edition shirts right here. First shirt, SMD. Click on the link if you want one of the shirts, and future shirts are going to be coming too. That's the first one. Wore it out today. Got that look. Got a couple people saying, "Hey, nice shirt," you know. What's up, Steven? What's up, Dennis? Omanike? Man, I was excited to wear it today, though. It was nice. Look at that. Never seen before statements. You'll never see statements like these on any shirt in the United States. Hell, even the world. You won't see statements like these. You want to go check out the future statements of the future shirts? Go to the link. Click on the link in the details of the video. It's on Shopify, so go check it out. You want a shirt? This is the only shirts available right now, though. This is the first one. This is my first time I'm doing this T-shirt thing, and that's what it is. That's the first one. So if you want it, there you go. If it doesn't make mathematical sense, it cannot make financial sense. All right. Make sure. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is where slaves live. All right. Now, there's two kinds of slaves. There's unconscious slaves and there's conscious slaves. Unconscious slaves don't trust math and don't know they don't trust math, okay? So, for example, believing they're homeowners with 30-year mortgages, when all they got to do is open up the calculator and put in mortgage payment minus mortgage balance and hit equal, and then you ask, does the calculator say you're a homeowner, or just do you believe you are? If you don't believe the calculator, they're unconscious. If they say, I don't care what this calculator says, the bank says I'm a homeowner, so I'm a homeowner. You are what's called an unconscious slave. Now, a conscious slave was once unconscious, found the SMD channel because there is no other channel like this one out of all the 37 million million subscribed people on YouTube. This is the only one like this one. They came across this channel, added up their savings, added up their debt including mortgage, student loan payments, tickets you don't think are going to fall off in 7 years, whatever, everything on there, added all up, savings minus debt, and hit equal on the calculator, and they believed it. Now, that was me for the first up to age about 40 years old until I woke up one day, found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey basically said, take the math that we all learned in grade school, apply it to your financing using these baby steps. And that's what I did. Now I'm free. So after what I learned from Dave Ramsey, I was like, oh, so it's just math? He said, yeah, just math. Then I said, so I took what Dave Ramsey showed me, and I said, since it's just math, that has nothing to do with religion. So I pushed that out because it doesn't, 1 + 1 = 2, no matter what religion you are. So I pushed the religion out because it has no place. And then on Dave Ramsey's plan where it says, when you get down to your mortgage, start putting 15% away for retirement. But if you open up your calculator and put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal, that calculator will tell you have no money to put 15% of anything away, according to the laws of mathematics. So I say, you stay over here, pay your house off, and then you start, because your house can be your retirement. Just pay your house off. That alone could be your retirement. All right. That's the best backup plan ever. All right. That's always going to have value. All right. So that's what they did. 1 second, let me get a drink. So I took that, brought it down to bare bone basics. 1 + 1 = 2. Savings minus debt. That's what I do. It's simple. You come here, I can everything I'm saying and then doing, I can mathematically prove to be true. I'm never ever wrong, ever. As long as I agree with the calculator, that means I'm always right. And you're wrong. If you don't believe the calculator, that's your problem. Got it? All right. What's up, Amina, Jewel, Eric? Now, today's article was sent to me by Amina, SMD family member Amina. Now, before I get into this, I want to make sure you guys understand something when I read articles. When I read articles, I'm not saying the article writer is bad or they're lying to you or ripping you off or doing something bad or whatever. I'm not saying any of that, okay? It's just, I'm pointing out things that don't make mathematical sense, okay? That's it. That's the only thing, because what they're doing in the article is called business. If unconscious slaves knew they didn't trust mathematics, business wouldn't work. You understand? So it has to be unconscious slaves. It's just business, okay? So when I read it, this is what I want you to do. The article link is in the description of the video. What I want you to do before you do it, I want you to log into your online credit report agency like Credit Karma, Experian. I want you to log in there. When you log in, there's going to be this big, gigantic number that's going to pop right in your fucking face, right? Right there, right? I want you to take that number. I want you to write it down on a piece of paper, and then I want you to put a negative in front of it, okay? That's your net worth. That's how much you're worth today. No, excuse me. That's how much money, we're going to keep it with this article. That's how much money you have to buy a house, because there's only one way to buy a house, and that's cash. There is no other way to buy a house. No mortgage in the world makes anybody a homeowner. There's only one way to buy a house. That's with cash. And then when you go get that number off your credit report, that's how much money you have to buy a house. Okay. Anything outside of buy is called financing. So when you write this number down, as we read through the article, I want you to anything they're trying to sell you, that's how much money you have to do it that you wrote down on a piece of paper. Anything they say in this article, that's how much money you have to do it. And it's going to show you why this article is attractive to you. Okay. What's up, Cosmic? All right. So let me bring this article up here. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to be reading it slow because I have to translate what they're saying to you, what they're saying to you to make you attracted to it, okay? Because the whole title of the article, when I look at it, I know who they're talking. It's for slaves, okay? It's for slaves. So I'm going to be reading it slow. Oh, okay, I got to do that. 1 second. I'm going to be reading it slow so I can translate it to you, okay? All right. All right, so I can't read you guys' comments as I'm reading it, okay? So I'm gonna be reading slow. Now, before I get, no, I'm gonna say it afterwards, but let's just get into the article. Okay. El Paso, a top city for VA loan growth. All right, so VA loans are for like veterans or something, you know, they're special for people in the military and stuff like that. They make it sound as if it's special, and it's not. It's not special. Okay, it's not special. It's considered a subprime mortgage, okay? Subprime means here's the prime, subprime. That means below the best. And you got to think to yourself, how come I can only get the one that's below the best? There's a reason, because you don't have no money. Okay. Remember that piece of paper I brought with you? That's how much money you have to buy a house. Okay. All right. El Paso, purchasing a home is not the usual next step for those planning on retirement. Okay. I don't know what retire. I don't know why you would be thinking about buying a home right when you retire. That doesn't make any sense right there. When you bought a home, that would have been way years, like in your 30s. You bought a house and paid it off. By the time you retire, what are you talking about? That house been paid off, if you understood, right? But the El Paso and Jennifer Torres low interest rates and an affordable housing market were just too good to pass up. Okay. I don't know. If you ain't got no money, it doesn't matter what the interest rate is. It doesn't matter what the housing market's doing. It doesn't matter how hot it is. Remember that piece of paper? That's how much money you have to buy a house. So if you look at it, you think to yourself, well, it doesn't matter if the housing market is hot because I have no money to do anything. Exactly. Okay. Remember that, right? She closed on the home in May and plans to be medically retired soon. Oh my God. Okay. Torres purchased her home with a VA loan. Oh, this don't make any sense, man. This doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't. Okay. She's about to retire and she just got a subprime mortgage. The low interest rate, not having to have, a down payment, especially as a single parent. They just keep stacking it like layers on cakes, man. No money for a down payment. Remember when I told you earlier, there's only one way to buy a house. That's with cash, okay? The reason why she's attracted to a VA mortgage is because no down payment at all. That means you have no money. So that means she's going to finance 100% of the house, 100%. She currently serves in the National Guard on active duty orders. So a VA loan, enabled me to actually buy a home. No, it didn't. This is our first home. It sounds like it. It sounds just like your first home. And I'm just proud of myself to be able to have the opportunity to do that. They sound like a young couple that don't know nothing. They just got sucked in, believing they're a homeowner with a 30-year subprime mortgage with no money out of their pocket. None, zero. They finance 100% of the house. With a large military population, meaning they're going to take advantage of a lot of military people. It's just business, nothing personal. It's not a bad thing. You hear the way I said that? Don't take it wrong. It's nothing personal. That's business, okay? With a large military population, Torres is one of the thousands of veterans, thousands, active service members and military spouses to purchase or refinance a home in El Paso in 2021 with a VA loan. Refinancing a subprime mortgage. Oh, the Sun City ranked fifth in the nation for VA loan growth for the first part of the year, following Honolulu, Hawaii, and Washington. So all those people that you think are living large in Hawaii, they're saying a lot of them got those VA loans, man. A lot of them got those. And so what does that mean? It looks like it's populated, but if you just count, if you can somehow go, I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if that's legal. No, I don't know if that's not legal, but public information. But if you can see who has VA loans, that means they're not even close to owning those homes. Okay. They're never going to own them. So it's just a matter of time. Just an economic downturn or whatever, and you just swoop right in and get your house in Hawaii. Washington, D.C. So this is what they're telling you. They're telling you there's a large amount of VA loans in these cities. Okay, there's a large amount. So they're telling you in Honolulu and Washington, D.C., Baltimore, that if you want right there, you got to learn just how to look. You just got to learn how to read through the lines. Okay, let me keep. Man, this is some good ass information. With 3,058 loans so far this year. Oh, good Lord. VA home loans were up 75%. Oh my God. Now you got to understand when I'm reading it right here, slaves have no idea what this says. Okay. They even if a slave comes in on this video and hears me reading this, they can't hear me. You guys think I'm bullshitting. They cannot hear what I'm saying to you guys. So if you can hear me, I hope you guys can hear me. So it says VA home loans are up 75%. You know what that means? There's way more people with no money. Way more. 75% year over year for the first half of 2021, up from 2020 when there were only, oh man. The rise has less to do with the pandemic. No, it has everything to do with the pandemic. What are you talking about? Oh, you're trying to make them not look at that. Okay, got it. Got it. Buying and more with low interest rates, says Chris Burke, Vice President of Mortgage. Why do I need to know your job title, Chris? I don't need to know your job title. Oh, to make it more believable. Okay. Vice President of Mortgage Insight and Director of Education. Whoa, that motherfucking name is so long. That's very impressive, Chris. Let me read it again. Vice President of Mortgage Insight and Director of Education at Veterans United, so you can believe every word that's going to come out of my mouth. I think a big part of the growth in El Paso and really across the country has just been historically low interest rates. Veterans have access to the lowest average interest rates on the market because of their VA loan benefit. Their VA loan benefit. God, they do you guys so dirty. Ooh, they do you guys so dirty. Oh man, and they just don't stop. I mean, it's business. Okay, hey, when you guys see me get emotional like that, that's my feelings. Don't mix my feelings in with business, okay? This is business. All right, let's see. Torres says she decided to purchase a home with a VA loan. You didn't have no choice. You did not have a choice, okay? Which provided good terms for her to buy. No, it doesn't. She didn't. When she says that, she didn't read them. You can't buy a house with no money. You cannot buy a house with no money. VA loans are available to service members, veterans, and even surviving spouses in some cases. Okay. These loans are especially advantageous because they do not require a down payment or private mortgage insurance. It has no PMI. What else are you saying about PMI? PMI is usually required when less than 20% is put down on a home. Oh, then what do you have? It's called a funding fee. They take more than that with the funding fee. But since you guys are all hyped up on PMI, you're like, hey, VA loans don't have no PMI. No, they have something though. Okay, they have something. It's called a funding fee, where they take something like 2.3% if you're new, 3.6% if you've already had a VA loan of the entire loan, and then you can wrap that into the loan. So where they're going to get the money and then wrap it in a loan and get even more money with the interest rate on in the. They just keep doing it, and they're not even taking you to dinner. She said she relocated to Horizon from Pampa, Texas, located in the Panhandle, because she found a good job opportunity in the Sun City, raising 2 children on her own. She made the move to also give them more opportunities. And she encourages other service members and vets to look into a VA home loan. And she encourages other VA people like herself to go get one too. That's business. It's nothing personal. Hey, let me, when I read this article, I'm not saying the article's bad. I'm not saying these people they're not doing something for you. They're doing everything they're supposed to be doing. This right here, this article, this is important to the economy. This is very important. So you won't see me coming on here saying, hey, don't go to KTSM. Hey, you go there. Hey, if you don't trust math, that's your problem. That's not anybody else's problem. If you don't know that you can't buy a home with no money, that is your problem. You can't buy a house with no money. That's why they have loans like this. No money down, because they know you ain't got no money. No money, and then you walk away believing you're a homeowner. That's your problem. The next time, say like you're in the middle of a VA loan right now. This is what I want you to do. Talk to whoever the bank. I don't know who deals with VA loans anyway, but I want you to say, hey man, before you sign the papers, you go, hey, is this the best loan in the United States of America? This is what they're never going to have ever heard anybody, especially anybody getting a VA mortgage. I promise you this, okay? If you're in the middle one, you're thinking about getting one, somebody's suggesting you get one, you go to say, hey, is this the best mortgage in the United States of America? Now they're going to be shocked. They're going to be like, oh, where'd that come from? They're not going to really understand why. Hell, they might not even understand the question. But you say, hey, well, if you don't know, I need to find that answer out. Then you will see how far under the best mortgage in the United States of America where the VA mortgage is. That's all you got to do is go look. Just go look. There's a lot of benefits for veterans, even if they're not disabled, to make it much easier cost-wise to just be able to There's a lot of benefits for veterans, even if they're not disabled, to make it much easier cost-wise to just be able to purchase a home, especially for, I have no idea what they're talking about there. I have no idea. I don't know why they threw that in there. Anyway, now honestly, man, let me tell you guys something, okay? Outside the debt matrix so you guys can understand. I have no idea why they create you slaves at such a rapid rate right now. You guys have no idea how fast they're creating you and how many they are creating you at this. I mean, it's like light years fast, man. Sometimes I got to unplug from what they're doing to you guys. I mean, this shit is like pedal to the metal. Coming up with all this stuff. I mean, no money down, VA loans. And here, Andre just sent me an article talking about mortgages are coming back with no money down too. I'm like, what? Oh, here, no money down to take advantage of this hot housing market. What hot housing market? What are you talking about? If you ain't got no money, who cares what the housing market's doing? That is none of your concern. That's for people with money. That's for people with money. Don't worry about what the housing market is doing. I hear it all the time. Hey, LJ, man, the housing market is hot, man. You think about buying a house? Nope, I ain't got no money. I got no money to buy a house. So why look at it? I don't even look. That's none of my business. I just stay in my lane. When you get outside the debt matrix, you got lanes. They're clear. The lanes are clear. If you understand whatever you understand at what level, you are here. Everybody's here to help, but you're here. You don't lie and pretend, none of that stuff, man. I'm telling you. They are just, man, man. You guys, I mean, it's pedal to the metal. They're creating you slaves by the hundreds of thousands quickly. Let me show you guys something here. Let me show you guys something. This is going to be my next shirt. This is what this housing market stuff, this is going to be going on for some years right now, okay? This is going to be the hottest shirt ever, okay? Here, let me show you this. If I still have it up. I thought I put it up. 1 second here. Oh, I guess I got to put it up. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be the next shirt I'm going to make here. Do you know in this market right now, do you know how hot this shirt is going to do right here? Now, there's two things this shirt is going to, you guys, I know you're new to the channel, so you got to really understand something. This shirt is invisible to unconscious slaves. When an unconscious slave sees this shirt, they have no idea what it means. They have no clue what it means. That's how it's supposed to be. This shirt is going to wake up the unconscious slaves that know that something's wrong, but they can't put their finger on it. That was me before I woke up. If I came across a shirt like this, I would have, something in my brain would have said, click. It would have been like, hey, wait a minute. Okay. There's some kind of, because when you don't understand, this is what's crazy. When you don't understand it, it looks like a riddle. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're reading the shirt and you don't understand it, I can get it. You read it, it looks like it's a riddle, but it's really not a riddle. And I'm going to explain it, okay? Mortgage versus renters, okay? Because people with mortgages, they always try to talk down to people who rent, okay? They always try to say, you're throwing away money. Stop throwing away money on rent. People with mortgages say that to renters. But here's what you don't know. If you have a mortgage, you are renting from the bank. You don't own anything. All you got to do is open up the calculator, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. It says you are renting from the bank until they get all that money back right there. See that calculator that says negative whatever? Until they get back every penny, you don't own nothing. That's why, but a person who's renting, like renting a place like me, I know I'm a renter. I know I don't own this. I know that. Anything that breaks in here, I just call him. He comes, fixes it for free, which is part of the rent. But you rent from the bank. If your refrigerator breaks, you fix it. You can't call the bank and say, hey, my refrigerator broke. No, I'm not throwing away money. You are. This is why at the bottom it says renters know they're renting because people with mortgages don't know they're renting. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Debt doesn't care about your zip code. And this is what you unconscious slaves, you guys really don't understand something either, right? And this is the channel that helps you understand. When you go buy a house and you see the sale price of a house, that's for people who have cash. And listen, anybody that even has that much cash, they're still not paying that price for the house. They're still not paying it. They're not paying that. But anyway, the sale price of the house only applies to people who have cash, not people with mortgages. Because when you come there with a mortgage, this is what you're saying, mathematically speaking. Hey, I know the house is $300,000, but guess what? I'm gonna pay you $6. I know it's only worth $3, but I'm gonna pay you $6 for it. That's what you do when you get a mortgage. You're paying more for the house than what it's worth. The sale price of the house doesn't apply to people who finance it. The sale price, but here's a bigger pill. Let me tell you something. The sale price of anything when you finance it, it doesn't apply to you. It doesn't. When you go finance it, when you go see a car and the car is $20,000 and you finance it, it's not $20,000 for you. You flip to the back of that paperwork. That's how much you bought it for. It's not the sale price was just to get you in there. The sale price is for you to walk on the lot and say, oh, that's only, and say something stupid like this. Oh, it's only $20,000. You got $20,000? No? Then why are you saying it like that? Because you're a slave. Only slaves talk like that. You guys can't hear me. And I want you guys to really understand and follow the channel. And I'm dead serious. They cannot hear me. Unconscious slaves have no idea what I'm talking about. None. Zero. This is how we communicate with other SMD family members out in the open because they can't hear us. You don't have to, if you dumb it down, that means you're trying to talk their language. Don't dumb it down. And if you talk normal like this, they can't hear you. They're just like, what are you talking about? Nothing. Nothing, slave. Nothing. They have no idea we exist. Walking around amongst them, they think aliens look like the aliens they see on TV and the movies, right? When you're just pull an unconscious slave onto the side and say, hey man, have you ever seen one of those aliens in real life? Have you ever seen one? They're gonna tell you no. Then why the fuck do you think aliens look like that? Aliens are people that can see. We can see. That's it. But those of you that can see, hey, talk openly. They can't hear you. They have no idea what I'm saying. None. Zero. No, you won't get beat up. No, these shirts are not going to have, you got to remember, the statements that are going to be on these shirts, they're not going to understand the statement. So what these statements are going to do is this. It's going to remove their emotions from the shirt because they can't get emotional over something they don't understand. It's going to remove their opinions because an unconscious slave cannot have an opinion on something they don't understand. They don't understand it, so they can't get it. First, they got to say, well, because when they read it, they're going to look like, what does that mean? So if they don't know what it means, they can't get emotional over it because they don't know what it means. It's like, put it like this. If you learned a curse word in another language and you said that curse word in that language to an American person, they won't have no idea what you're saying to them until you tell them the meaning of that word in the other language. Until they know the meaning, they have no idea how to react. They're like, what is he saying? What is that? Same thing. Mina says, LOL, and when there's a flood, they take out $200,000 in disaster relief loan. Meanwhile, my landlord covers all that. It's man, I'm telling you, man, hey, my man Andre says they're trying to make enough slaves that's going to last the next 100 years. They must do they must do a whole bunch. They must do a whole bunch right at the beginning of the new. I mean, when I say the beginning, this is the beginning of the new economy. Okay, this is my version. This is just what I'm seeing. It looks like they make a whole bunch of slaves right at the beginning. I mean, like, and when I say a whole bunch, I'm not just talking about count wise. I'm talking about generational wise. Okay. People that believe car loans are just part of life. The only way to get a house is with a mortgage. You finance everything. Credit gods all those people need to know that information all the way to the next economy. And they are creating you guys by the fucking millions right now. I mean, fast. Every time I'm trying to keep up, but now it's just coming like this. They're doing this. They're doing this. I don't get why they're doing this, and they're doing it all at the same time. And man. VA and USDA loans are actually more prominent in red states, but I do get talking about something else. Everybody makes mistakes. Don't get me wrong. You just didn't know. I'm a conscious slave. Can't wait to be a free man, alien. Can't wait. It starts in your mind. It starts right here. You're already free. You're already free because it starts right here. To even know that you're a conscious slave, you're already free. If there's slaves, I don't care. Listen, I know it sounds harsh the way I say it, especially if you're new to the channel. But if you're a slave, I don't care how you feel about me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what slaves think. I don't care what you guys think. Why would I care about what a slave thinks? That makes no sense to me. The opinion of me, like if somebody said, "Hey, LJ, you're ugly. You got a big head. I'd say, "Are you a slave?" Yeah, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. You got student loans? Yeah, I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter. You're a slave. You're right about that, Gabriel. Hey, check it out. I understand that age really has nothing to do with this. Nothing. It has nothing to do with it. There must be people waking up at different ages because slaves, you guys can't do this on your own. There's no way you guys can function without people that understand how it works. There's no way you guys can function. You guys have no idea what you're doing, what you're saying. You don't have no idea that you don't even own yourself. If you have a VA mortgage, you don't even own yourself. And they took advantage of it too. They took advantage of you. Business, hey, it's business. They took advantage of you not trusting mathematics. It's nothing personal. That's your problem. Everybody got a calculator app. Everybody got a calculator app on the phone. You could have just entered the house and said, "Okay, all right, sir," across the table. Okay, what's the ending number? What do you mean? How much am I paying you after 30 years? Okay, how much is the house today? 300,000. But by the time I'm done, it's going to be 600,000. I had paid you. Yeah. Yeah, let me put this up here, man. I really am here to help you, you guys. This right here. These shirts are going to put SMD on the map. You guys don't even get it. SMD is going to be worldwide. This is going to be known worldwide. There is no channel on YouTube like this one. There is no other channel like this one. That's not even bragging. It just is. Atticus says, definitely, I was born free and I will die free. Please carry. Yes, sir. You know what's so crazy, though? They say the first 7 years of a child's life is that is right there at that time point is when you can mold that person, mold that child. Once you mold them from 0 to 7, they're pretty much got it set in there. And it really made me think. I was thinking about this the other day, and it's true because my mom did that for me when I was younger, but I didn't know it, right? I didn't know why I had rules. I didn't know why I had chores. I didn't know why I had a bedtime. I didn't know why I had to brush my teeth. I didn't know why I had to do this before going outside. I had to do my chores before going outside to play. I didn't know why I had to be back in. I didn't know. But having from 0 to 7, it was just a routine. It was just, hey, that's what it is. And as I was getting older, I remember, some of my friends, you're young, you don't really understand the world because you're a kid, right? And they would say, "Hey, man, let's go hang out downtown." And it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a weekday. I was like, I can't do that. There's like, what you mean? I got to be in the bed by 9 o'clock. That means I got to be at home before dark. I can't do that. Oh man, you trying to be a pussy? I was like, hey, I don't care what you think. My mom said I gotta be home before when the lights pop on. I gotta get home. And I remember one time, man, it was like in middle school or something, right? Because I had chores. Me and my sister had to switch back off, dishwashing, mop the floors, bathroom, right? That was just the routine. And I remember one time I was in middle school and I was talking to this kid, and I don't know how we got on this subject, but he was like, yeah, man, I ain't got no chores. I ain't got no bedtime. I can do what I was like, what? I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do. I was like, damn. So I went home, told my mom, I said, Mom, I was talking to one of my homeboys at school. He don't have no bedtime. He don't have to do this. She was like, she shrugged her shoulders like she probably don't remember. But I remember like it was yesterday. She shrugged her shoulders because I remember looking up. I must have been young because I remember looking up, asking her this question. And I remember looking down at me. So I must have been pretty young. And she goes, I don't care what they do. That has nothing to do with you. I was like, okay, all right. I was just saying. Okay. But anyway, she created my foundation. This is why I have to have structure in my life. I have to. It was just I was thinking about that the other day, man. I owe her everything because like I said, 0 to 7 is those, man. And if you have this information as a young parent, right, and you're just starting a family, you're even right now, even if your kids are still young now, and you wake up, you are going to naturally pass this to your children. And if you can get that information into them between this 0 and 7 years, it's going to be in them. The debt matrix won't be able to change them because it won't make any sense. Like what you guys are doing is not making any mathematical sense. So I'm not doing any of that. No, I just put those are future shirts. Those are future shirts. Those are future. I don't want to make it look like it's like that. Okay. I'm not pretending. I just put those shirts up so you guys can see what's coming. All right. I'm here to, let me tell you what I'm here for, right? I'm here to help create the next generation of wealth. I'm here to help you guys do that. All right. I'm here to help you get out of this rapid slave creation right now, because they're creating you guys fast right now. It's like lightning speed, locking you guys in. You guys don't want that, man. I'm telling you, you don't want it. You don't, especially if you're young and you listen to this. Let them do that. Let all your friends do that. Let them think they're doing something. Let them believe they're homeowners with 30-year mortgage. It doesn't matter. Hey, does the calculator say that? No? Then let them. Don't follow. So you're saying financing a car and a house is financial suicide? Yes. Maybe not the house, but the car is most definitely. The car is most definitely, yes. If you hang with somebody that look like they have money, all you got to do is turn to them and say, hey, are you making car payments? Because they don't know why you're asking that question. They don't know. When I'm telling you, slaves can't hear. So if you ask another slave if they have a car payment, they have no problem telling you, okay? Because they all do. All right. So they think it's not a big deal. But if they say they have a car payment, they don't have as much money as you think they have. Why? Because they're making car payments. Only people that don't have money finance things that go down in value at an interest rate. The car goes down in value. This is what unconscious slaves are saying when they walk on a car lot. Hey, I know the car is $20,000 and it's going to go down in value from this point on. From this day forth, that car right there that says for $20,000, it's going to go down. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to finance it for 8 years, which is going to go up. So I'm going to keep paying you more for that car that's going to go down in value at the same time, at the exact same time. right? It creates this gap. See this? See, they like this, right? And it creates this gap because you're paying interest and the car is going down in value at the same time. It creates this gap. Then they come in and say, hey, slaves, we got something called gap insurance. Then you slaves say, what's that? And then they say, if you owe more on the car than what it's worth, if you total it, they're going to pay this. And then this insurance comes in and pays the gap. You say, okay, cool. And then you buy that too from a gap that you created yourself. You understand, slaves? That's why financing a car is financial suicide. So if you have somebody that looks like they have money, if they're making car payments, they don't have money. They don't. That's a lie. I mean, it says, what got me in the article, it says she's medically retired. Yeah, what's that mean? I know. What did that mean? Medically retired. I had no idea. I don't know. And all these kids like my age looking at crypto while they should be hearing, yeah, but they must be that way. Must be that way. Wow, medically retired. They're using disabled. They're not using disabled. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're probably switching the words. Medically retired. That's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. God, they'd be, VA loans say, hey, we don't got PMI. Well, yeah, I know you ain't got PMI, but what's that funding fee? What is that? Oh, well, we renamed it from PMI to funding fee, but we still could say we don't have PMI because we renamed it. Oh, business, man, business. I always enjoy the Viz live shows, LJ and S&D fam. About to go hit the gym. All right, cool, Zeke. Appreciate you joining in. It's hilarious, man. They treat you like kids. They really do you guys like children. I mean, they do it so bad. Oh, they do it so bad. It's just like, come on, stop. Like when I see commercials like that on TV, I have to mute them because I rarely watch regular TV, but I like Judge Judy, right? And I only can find Judge Judy on TV, so I like Judge Judy, right? And so, but when commercials come on, I gotta mute them because I swear to God, TV commercials are for fucking children. They make them like children commercials. They're insulting, especially when they get on houses, like to get you guys to buy houses. They put in the family. They'll fix it up really nice. Kids running around. They got the dog in the yard. Everybody's playing in the grass. They get you guys so good. Get you nice and sucked in and be like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get a chance to ever get a house and be a true homeowner like all my friends. And then they suck you right in. Then they're like, no money down. Yeah, no money down. That's perfect for me. Why? Because I ain't got no money. Oh, man. I just found out my mom financed her car for $40,000. She thought it was a great investment. See, now this is Dennis's mom. This is Dennis's mom, okay? Now, if you got kids, I'm going to say a curse word, so cover their ears, all right? This is Dennis's mom. Debt doesn't give a fuck. Debt doesn't give a fuck who it is. It could be your mama. It could be your sister. The debt matrix don't give a fuck. Because all it sees is green. It don't care if you're black. It don't care if you're white. It doesn't care if you're young or you're old or you're Jewish or you're whatever you unconscious slaves make up thinking it has something to do with something. It has nothing to do with any of that. It doesn't care. If you don't trust math, that's your problem. If you think a $40,000 finance car is an investment, I'm not being easy. It's your mom. That's your mom's problem. Can you imagine being the son? You can't even tell your mom that. It's like, Mom, shut up. Mom, you shouldn't have shut up. I had you. You came out of me. I raised you. All that stuff. You're like, hey, it ain't got nothing to do with that, Mom. Nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with that. What's up, Fred? John? I know exactly, Amina. Talking animals. Hey, listen. Have you guys noticed how many fucking puppies and dogs are in commercials now? Every Subaru commercial, they got fucking dogs driving cars and honking trucks and doing all this other stuff. I'm like, who are these commercials made for? Children. All Subaru commercials, damn near all of them got dogs driving down the freeway with a baby puppy dog in the back in the car seat, pretending to honk the horn at a dog driving a big semi truck. Anything to get you guys to come in and buy a Subaru, whatever. Hey, man, if you believe the dogs make the Subaru better, hey, by all means, go get you a Subaru. Okay, go get you one. LJ, military members are sometimes medically retired because of a disability. Exactly. That's what he just said. So they just using medically retired instead of disabled. I get it. Hey, man, I totally get it. So she is disabled with 2 kids. You guys got to understand to read between the lines. You guys got to read between the lines because that whole article makes absolutely no mathematical sense. None whatsoever. None. Because what you don't see, she's about to be retired, disabled. She has no money, zero. And she's about to buy a house for $200,000 or $300,000. She's about to go into debt at retirement, but she's probably going to get less money than she was making when she was active. Now that she's retired, she's going to be making less money. 2 kids, disabled. Now she's going to get into debt for $300,000-$400,000. That makes absolutely no mathematical sense. None, zero. Debt doesn't give a fuck what you've done. It doesn't care. It doesn't care. 1 + 1 = 2. If you're a veteran, disabled, 1 + 1 = 2. Regardless, it doesn't care. It doesn't. 1 + 1 doesn't stop equaling 2 if you're disabled. It still equals 2. It's business. That is business. It's nothing personal. If you don't trust math, it's nothing personal. VA loan stands for virtual abuse loan. Man, it's bad. I mean, it's business, man. Have you guys been noticing how many retail people people that sell homes and commercials, hurry up, this is your chance to get in now, this and that. Does your bank account care how fast? This is what I want you to do. If somebody's trying to pressure you into a house, I want you to open up your phone, log into your bank account. See if your bank account cares how the housing market is doing. See if your bank account cares what your friends are doing. See if your bank account cares what your friends are saying to you. See if your bank account cares. If your bank account doesn't, it doesn't matter what they're saying. If you're in your early 30s, let me tell you something. You do this right now. Don't fuck what they're doing. You pay off your student loans. Don't worry about what they're doing. Pay off your student loans. By the time you guys are 40 and 50, they're going to be so fucking buried in debt, they'll never be free. They will never know what I'm telling you right now even exists. The slaves have no idea what I'm telling you right now. They don't know what I'm saying. You will have a paid off house now, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30 years from now, they're going to be living in that same house, making the same mortgage payment, calling the house theirs the whole time they've been in it after they refinance it 2 or 3 times. Because people, when they find people with subprime mortgages, they don't just get a subprime mortgage and that's it one time for the life of the life they're there. They're refinancing that house several times. Loans are really like 100, 150-year loans, really. If you count how many times a person has refinanced their house, which means you start the 30-year term all over again, you might as well get into the hundreds of years. Exactly. They should have paid her house in full for her service. Exactly. Hey, she got, no, I'm not even getting that. Let me not even get in that. It's business. When I started adding my feelings, hey, they should have did this. Just like, I mean, as soon as you say, oh, they should have did this, those are feelings. Don't involve your feelings. That's just feelings. See how easy it is to get caught up in the debt matrix? What a shoulda, coulda, they should have did. Hey, no, they didn't have to do anything. If you don't trust math, you just don't trust math. That's you. Do I think it's in my feelings about it, about VA mortgages? I don't get it. I personally don't get it. Why they make it sound like a benefit, I have no idea. I mean, I do. Okay, let me take it back. I do because it's business. But when I look at it, it's like, damn, that's hardcore. I mean, to me, that's hardcore, man. Damn. That is hardcore. But whose fault is it? It's yours. It's your fault. They're not doing anything. This article is not tricking me. This article doesn't make me want to go get a VA mortgage. It doesn't want to make me do that. You know, I know people would, oh, you wasn't in the military. You can't get one even if you wanted one. I don't want one. And even if I was in the service, I would never get one. If I was awake and then if I knew this knowledge and I was in the service and they say, hey, you should get a VA mortgage, I would look at it and say, no, thank you. I don't want that. The military does us so bad with debt and the illusion that we're getting a great benefit. You know, that's how you got to look at it. Don't look at it like just the military's doing it, okay? It's everywhere. It's just business. They're not, when they say they do us so bad, they're not doing anything to you. They're not, don't get yourself caught up in that. Oh, they just like people with student loans. Oh, they should have told us. They should have this and that. No. All you have to do is open up your calculator. Open up your calculator and say, what happens if I don't pay this back? How much will I owe? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to pay that much for school, so I'll do whatever it takes to pay that back. Shit, there's a whole bunch of slaves. Hey, slaves should be selling cars right now like hotcakes. Unless she's 100%, which gives her about 30. And she can still work. And this is what I never understood as I was growing up as a young person, right? You would see somebody brag about retirement, right? And then they go out and get another 40-hour-a-week job. And then they brag and say, oh man, I'm getting this check and I'm getting my retirement check. It's like, when you gonna stop working? Who cares about the money? Especially, and it's usually people in debt because they make it seem like they're doing it to get a double check. This is what I want you guys to understand. They have to do it because they got to keep up their, like when they retire, say like they retire, they're not going to get as much money as they were making as they were working. It's going to be less. But the slave wants to keep their current lifestyle. They don't want to reduce it. Because they were in debt their whole life based on their salary. That's how they were living their life, based on their salary. Then they retire, they make less. Now they have to get another job. They're trying to make, I get a retirement check. No, they have to work. Because they don't want to let go of the lifestyle that's causing them to have to work. Unconscious slaves don't know this. I've been tempted to rejoin the matrix. Oh, the temptation's never going to stop, but one day you won't care what slaves think. You look at, like, if you're new to the channel, you look at me, I don't care what slaves think. I don't care what you drive. I don't care what city you live in. I don't care how big your house is. I don't care your job title. I don't care. If you got student loans older than your children, you're just a high-paid slave with an education. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing more. It doesn't matter. All right, Omanike. They don't know the value. You guys don't. You guys never take into account the value of time. Now, let me give an example. I'm glad Andre brought this up. For all you Tesla owners, that finance Teslas. Now, Tesla has, and what I'm about to tell you has nothing to do with Tesla. That's Tesla's business. He made a great product, a fast, great product, okay? Mr. Musk is brilliant. He's taking that money and he's going to fucking Mars while you guys play with his cars, okay? But anyway, that's not my point. Anyway, only Teslas paid in cash save money on gas. Let me say that one more time. Only Teslas paid in cash save money on gas. You can't save money on gas in a financed Tesla. Now, I know this is going to throw you for a loop, so I'm going to prove it to you so you can walk away with some open knowledge. Open up your calculator, okay? Because here on the channel, I don't want you to say I'm full of shit or whatever, right? Open up your calculator. I want you to put in your car payment minus your car balance, meaning what you have left on the car, and hit equal. That's how much money you're saving on gas, right there, right with the calculators. Now, you can choose to believe the calculator or not. It's totally up to you. But that's how much gas, that's how much money you're saving on gas. And what you guys don't understand, for you guys that like to watch people doing reviews on Teslas and seeing them drive across the state and the country and see where they stop and say, this is what they're also forgetting. Have one of those people add up all the time that they're sitting at a fucking charging station. They have no choice but to sit there and wait 45 minutes to an hour at a charging station. Why? Because the fucking car owns them. The Tesla owns you, slave. That's why you're sitting there. Now, if you pulled up to a gas station in your regular gas car and they said, by the way, in order for you to fill your car up, it's going to take you 45 minutes to an hour. And say like that was the only gas station in town that did that. Say like this one gas station said, hey, we got the cheapest gas in town, but when you fill up your tank, it's going to take an hour to do it. Would you do it? No, but you will do it for an electric car, right? Yeah, because you're a slave. Have them add up all the time they sit at an electric station for a whole year. See how many hours they had to sit there and couldn't do a fucking thing. They had to sit there. You know the people that pay cash for Teslas? They have charging stations in their house. Why? Because they had the money to buy the car. If they had the money to buy the car in cash, they had the money to put a charging station in their house. So when they pull in the house, they're not wasting any time. They're already home. They pull in the house, plug it up, go to sleep, or do whatever they're going to do at the house. They're not stuck at a station. Do you get it, slaves? It doesn't matter if the car is gas or electric if you finance it. Do you understand? Slaves don't get it. The shirt says it right here. The shirt says it right here. If it doesn't make mathematical sense, it cannot make financial sense. Get your shirt. I always laugh when banks have commercial advertising, their overdraft protection ad. Oh, that's horrible, man. And no overdraft fees and this and that. It's like, Only slaves overdraft their accounts. Do you guys understand that? If you go to a bank And they say, hey, bank with us. We don't have no overdraft fees. Who are they talking to? Slaves. You ain't talking to me. I don't care if you don't have overdraft fees. What were you telling me? Oh, you thought I was a slave. I'm not a slave. I'm not overdrafting my account and then pay you a fee to, hey, overdraft protection, a fee. Now listen closely, a fee to protect you from yourself. That's going to be a shirt right there. I've been saying that shit for years. Overdraft protection, a fee for you pay a fee for protection from yourself. You paying them to protect you from you. To protect, a fee to protect you from yourself. They do you guys so dirty. It's just right in your face too. You know what's so good about this shit? None of it's hidden. None of it. None of it's the American dream. They're telling you right there, if you believe you're a homeowner with a mortgage, you're dreaming. Put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. The calculator says you're dreaming. You're living. It'll say you're living the American dream. Overdraft. No, I'm thinking overdraft protect. Oh, this is a better one. Overdraft protection, protecting you from yourself. I got to write that down. Overdraft protection, protecting you from yourself. I'm cracking myself up. Man, a slave see that shirt, they're going to be like, what the hell does that mean, protecting you from yourself? What's that mean? Oh, shout out to Jewel. Thank you for the Cash App donation. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Overdraft protection, protecting you from yourself. That's a shirt. Man, I got to slow down, man. I'm coming up with a lot of shit like this. Hold up. I got to write this one down. I don't want to lose that one. Overdraft protection. Okay. Woo! Shirt after shirt. I don't think the banks will like that shirt. They're going to be like, LJ, you shut the Imagine walking into a bank with that shirt on. Hey, check this out. SMD. Imagine walking into a bank with that shirt on. Overdraft protection, protecting you from yourself. You walk into the bank, they'll be like, this motherfucker. Security? Get him out of here. Get him. What are you doing in here with that shirt? Are you trying to wake these people up? Get him out of here. That's me, LJ. Retired from the military and got another job immediately. See what I'm saying, man? I never understood when I heard people say I'm getting multiple retirements and still working at 65. Thanks. Hey, I want you guys, when you guys hear that kind of stuff, you got to remember, I call it, instead of saying the language of debt free, this is what I'm going to call it down. The language of zero. Okay. Slaves don't understand. They don't realize the language of zero exists. They don't really get it. So when they tell you stuff like that, you must listen to see if they're talking like a slave. They're trying to pretend that they're working because they just want an extra check. They don't know they're telling you they have to do it, okay? Because they don't want to reduce their lifestyle. In my life, time is the only resource. I go for everything that saves me time. Like eventually, these shirts are going to have to be made so quickly that I might have to put it to a print on demand. And that's cool with me because I won't have to do nothing. I'll give them, of course, I have to pay them a fee. But to me, if I'm making money and I don't have to do nothing, that money's worth it. That's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Because when you get out of debt and you start to create your own, your main focus won't be money. It won't be money. It'll be creation. The money will come. I promise you, it will come. Imagine over the life of the vehicle, over multiple owners. This is, and here's another thing. Check this out. Now, again, it's business. I just think it's amazing. I think the tax system is absolutely amazing. Absolutely, hands down amazing. Because you slaves, you guys don't see this, right? When you go finance a car, to say like the car is $30,000, I think the average car is $35,000. Okay, let's say the car is $35,000 plus tax. If you don't have the money for the car, you don't have the money for the taxes either. So not only are you financing the price of the car, you're financing the taxes too. Then you wrap it up in a bow, and then the bow on top is interest rate. So you finance the car. Inside the box is the car and the taxes that you're financing, and then the bow is the interest rate. Over 8 years, you guys drive off the lot talking about, I got a great deal. The salesman was cool. He helps everybody. I recommend John Doe to help you sell a car. You guys say all that stupid nonsense. You guys really believe the car goes down in value as soon as you drive off the lot. No, it doesn't, slave. It goes down in value as soon as you fucking step on the lot, slave, and crack your lips to say, I want to finance that. Oh, I'm just looking. I know you are, slave. You have no other choice. You have no money. So I know exactly why you're here, slave. And then it seemed like when you go buy a shirt, it'll be, say like the shirt is $30, $30 plus tax, right? And then you get the shirt. Once you have that shirt, and say like you want to sell that shirt to somebody else, you're not going to say, even though it's reduced, you're not going to say, hey, this shirt is $10 plus tax. It's going to be $10. But the car, you can pay tax on it once, and then it's sold, and then you pay tax on it again. Wait a minute, was the tax just paid on it back there? Yeah. But why are you charging tax again for the same item? Because we fucking want to. Shut the fuck up. Okay. I was just asking. I just want to know how you guys do the slave. That's all. I'm just curious. You have to get all hostile. I'm just, hey. Oh, they do you slave so dirty. It has to be that way, though. It does. It has to be this way. It does. It does. It has to be this way. It's just so harsh, man. It's bad. Oh yeah, and don't forget that part. The majority of you guys, when you come in with a car, the majority of you guys come in, you want to trade in your own car, your old car, but you already owe more on that car than what it's worth. So you take the negative equity in that car. So say like you had a car that you want to trade in worth $5,000, but you owe $10,000. That means you got $5,000 of negative equity. Okay. Now you want a car over here that's $35,000. They're going to take that $5,000, add it over here, which is going to make this $40,000. Even though the car is worth $35,000 at this time, now it's $40,000. $40,000 plus tax. They wrap it in there, put an interest bow on it, spread across. Oh, that hurts my brain to even think about that. That hurts. And all you care about, how much is that monthly payment? Oh, you want it real low? Yeah, we can spread it across 144 months. You know why they always say months? Because it doesn't sound like fucking 12 years. Yeah, they finance cars for 12 years. Yes, they do. Like, say like this. Say like you went to finance a car. This is the average, 84 months, right? If they said, hey, man, I want my payment as low as possible. If they said, yeah, you want the lowest possible? Yeah. You have to finance the car for 7 years. You'll be like, 7 years? Holy moly. But they said, oh, man, you can do it for 84 months. Oh, that's cool. 84 months. Oh, yeah. And then you can pay it off well before that. They all say the same thing. You can pay it off well before 84 months. Yeah. Not knowing if you sign up for an 84-month car loan, you're not paying it off before 84 months. You're not. Why? Because you signed up for an 84-month car loan. First of all, you're financing a car and you're financing it for 84 months. Imagine rolling negative equity and tax. Oh. Then it says Afterpay app and earning app. Oh, Afterpay. What is that? See that? See that name? Listen, that name alone is for slaves. What the fuck is what's Afterpay? After there's something that happens after I get paid? What happens after I get paid? Now you got me. You got me interested. What happens? Hey, nothing has ever happened after I got paid unless I just I spent the money. That's about it. But what are you going to do after I get paid? Oh, slaves. Only if you do that Bugatti work. That guy left so fast that day. Which guy? You talking about that last dude who was talking about that thing? He cut out real quick. Cosmic says, I asked a banker about the latest student loan mortgage change, and she did admit some loans will be set back for people. Oh, set people back forever. And on top of that, she gets a thank you at the end. Thank you. Hey, it's business. When you understand, and I'm gonna say it one more time so you guys can get it. And this is going to help you guys stop getting upset when you see people you love and care about do slave things that they don't know. You always got to see when you see a family member or somebody you love go finance a car, you don't go up to them and say, "Hey, you shouldn't have did that. That was dumb." If they knew that, they wouldn't have did that. They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. Put it this way. If slaves knew what I know, what SMD knows, car lots couldn't exist because there would be nobody left to finance cars. Do you understand? Nobody would be financing cars. Why? Because we don't finance cars. They would all go out of business. The mortgage industry, the housing market, it would crash. The housing market would crash. Wait a minute. You want me to pay 30 years on a house that you built in 30 days? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. What do you mean? You built that in 30 days, right? Yeah. But you want me to pay on it for 30 years? Yeah. Well, I'm 30 now. Yeah. That means I'm going to be 60 when I'm done. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. They be saying all the names. Cocaine White, brand new whip, Cocaine White. What's cocaine got to do with the what? Oh, the video? Oh, Scarface. The movie that somebody wrote the script? You talking about that movie. Oh, yeah. What about it? Oh, Cocaine White. Okay, whatever. See, even slaves with that, they don't even know. If you go and look how much they make money for, 14 cents to make $100 bill. If you get somebody, you risking the time of your life for money for worthless paper. That's a different problem because you got to think about it differently. Say it like this, especially you young people. I want you to understand. This is what I want you to go do. Say like you want to make a quick $1,000, so you decide you're gonna go sell some cocaine, get you a quick $1,000. Okay, this is what I want you to do. Imagine 10 $100 bills in your hand for going to sell some illegal drugs. Then I want you to go to I want you to Google and say, how much does it cost to make $100 bill? Okay. Then you go Google that. It's 14 cents. And then I want you to go 0.14 times 10 in your calculator. Okay. And then I want you to think about, say, how many years could I go to prison for? Probably 10. Then I want you to look at the calculator and say, hey, is 10 years worth of this amount of, is not even if it said $1,000, it still ain't worth it, but I'm just trying to show you a point. You look at the calculator and say, you're about to risk 10 years of your life for worthless pieces of paper. And then you got to look in the mirror and say, why am I willing to do that? Why am I willing to trade something in my life that I can never get back for worthless people? Wake up and be like, oh, that's the problem. Why? Because you're worshiping that instead over time. That's what you're over the time of your life, knowing that you're going to be dead one day. Me like that when I was young, 20s. But it told me like that. Hey, what do what you willing to trade? What you doing for that paper for? Yeah, let me explain it to you. I'd have been like, oh, I didn't know $100 bill was. Then why do I think it was why do I think it's worth 100? Exactly. Why do you think it's 100? Because that's part of how it works. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. Nothing. Here, let me put that up there. Keep forgetting. Imagine, what'd you say? I know, I love that movie too. Don't get me wrong, I love Scarface. I love that movie. Love it. Love it. Imagine being and getting the money from the earning app to pay. Oh yeah, I keep telling you guys, they're making slaves. They're making them fast. Finance at $50 purchase, no way that can be. I'm buffering. Andre, when I get like that, man, this is what I do. This is I unplug myself because that's above my generation. I know I'm part of it, but I don't have to be involved in things that I have no control over. Oh, I can look at it and say, oh, I know why you're doing it. You're doing this to make, okay, whatever. Am I buffering? Oh man, let me see. Let me switch to 5. All right, hopefully that's better. Give me a 1 if I'm a little bit better. Oh man, that is irritating. If you guys think I'm Andre, I'm not Andre. Hey, am I back yet? I don't know what to tell you guys, man. You know what I'm gonna start doing, man? I am gonna start. I don't know what's going on, man. Am I back yet? Am I back yet? Be a 1 if I'm back. I see E-Man. I don't know if you mean it or if I'm still. Oh, God. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I got a 1 from Cosmic. No, I don't have that router. That was the router I bought when I was living. But that's what they would say, though. That's what definitely they would say. To the channel, any questions? If you want to get out of the right, exactly, Andre, exactly. Coming in, hey, LJ, yeah, you got to shut up. Now, you know what it is? It's like, this is what I want you guys, when you guys hear me talk like this, all you got to do is look at the view count. Because this is what you got to really understand. If you can hear me saying the truth, that may not hear me saying the truth. They can't. I know it's really hard to comprehend, but when you guys hear me saying this, they're like, oh, they're trying to cut you off. They're not really trying to cut me off because they know the majority can't hear a word I'm saying. That's how you can speak in the open. That's the reason why you can write articles like that. Like that VA mortgage article. That's why you can write that, because it doesn't matter it's out in the open because they don't understand it. If this is iTunes, 1 second here. All right, man. All right. All right. Let me make sure I ain't running out of all right, can you guys hear me good? Get your shirts. Get your shirts. One of a kind. Don't worry about the sold out. The sold out, I just put those up there so you guys can see what's coming right there. I don't. Let me see if I can go out. Let me see. All right, I went out and came back in. I don't know if it's YouTube or not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you guys can hear me, see me. That's very irritating. Am I still going in and out? I guess I am. You guys there? Talking to myself. You guys, because on my end, I'm smooth as I don't know what. So I don't know if I lost you guys. You guys still there? Oh man. Usually they only do that to Andre, man. They don't usually do that to me. But for some reason, must be bad tonight. What is today? Tuesday? Shouldn't be. I think when I get off, I'm gonna just end up restarting my router. Maybe it's just time to restart it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the article. You guys, I noticed I get good feedback on the article reviews. You know what? I know it's true. I know we say that, but you gotta remember the truth. Unconscious slaves can't hear the truth. They just can't hear it. So it's not. I really don't think they care. And they see how I say they, like there's some mystery group out here ready to stop me. I don't want to get caught up in that stuff because I don't really believe that because slaves can't hear the truth. So you don't have to hide the truth because slaves can't hear it. Wow, what's going on? Cuban protesters. I haven't heard anything about that. Wow. They're flooding the streets. I got to see what's going on over there. All right, you guys got any questions? I got to see how bad it was. See how bad the stream is. Protesting over food and supplies. DDS attack. They need them. Hey, Andre, anything, man. I don't put past anything right now. They're making slaves at a drastic rate. Man. Sometimes I just gotta Haiti's on fire. Oh boy. Yeah, well, I did hear about that. I did hear about the incident in Haiti. That's serious business, man. That's serious business. Going on over there. I don't know. It just seems. I don't know. I try not to. I know it's all connected. I know it's all connected, but I try not to get myself too involved in stuff that, because if you look really deep, you could see you start seeing stuff that's connected. Be like, oh, okay, hey, yeah, that's none of my business. That's above my pay grade. That's above my pay grade. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, sure was. And what's so crazy? And again, I don't really follow that, but my girlfriend was reading something to me because he got executed, right? Well, they was describing how he was shot. I was thinking, they don't never do stuff like that over here. They don't describe how a person was assassinated, what happened to the face and what part of the body got what. They just don't do that. They just say, hey, the person got killed. Behind schedule. Yeah, you keep saying that. Yeah, you do keep saying that. And I don't know what behind schedule, what, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years? Okay. If I can judge by the speed of how they're making slaves, I'm assuming we are at least 5 years behind at that kind of speed. 5 to 10, maybe. I don't know. And that's a 100% guess because I don't know what's fast. Maybe this speed that I'm seeing, maybe this is normal. It just seems fast to me. Is it fast? I don't know. You tell me, Andre. When they doing this mortgage stuff and allowing it, is that fast or slow or what is that? Millennials need to hurry up and make some babies. Oh man, you see what he's saying? Slaves have no idea what he's saying. This is what I love about the SMD, the language of zero. You can say these things out in the open, and they have no idea what you're saying or meaning or anything. They don't know. That's what I love about it. They don't know. The American dream. At putting your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance equals you're living the American dream. That's what it means. Now, I wish I could put that on a shirt. That would cause a fight. But that would be lovely to put on a shirt. Cosmic LJ, it's more than being slaves. Their best warfare is turning countries into slaves. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't doubt what you're saying, Cosmic. All I'm saying is that level is above my pay grade, above my family name, all that. It's well above that. I get it. Totally get it. Slow. That shit seems like it seems fast to me right now. It seems very fast. They're about 18 to 24 months, so almost 2 years behind. LJ, how do you think non-slaves felt in 2008? Ooh. Well, I picture myself today back in 2008. Oh man. I'd have cleaned house with some real estate. Sure would have. If I had no debt and money in the bank and 2008 happened, because even though that movie, The Big Short, and they make it look like there's this brainiac in office, he figured this out. That's not a big deal. If you were out of debt, you could see that coming a mile away. They're about to do it again. Andre just sent me an article about mortgages being no down payments or whatever. They're about to do it again. Oh, now, because you got to remember, Amina, there was no killer virus in 2008. There was no virus out there. No, the world, put it this way, the world wasn't shut down in 2008. It affected the world, but it didn't shut the world down. Anything before this, as long as we have been alive, there's nothing been like this. Nothing. When's the last time the world shut down when you guys were alive? That has never happened in my life, ever. That's never happened. It's what it feels like to me is like somebody just turned off the engine. They pulled it out, rebuilt it, put it back in, and they say, okay, start it up. Okay, we need to find some tunes. Okay. Okay, a little better. A little better. It's kind of running idle because you slaves don't know what to do. It's new. You guys are running around in the engine. You guys don't know where to go. Is that my piston? Are we supposed to fire here? What's the 8, 9? What is this, electric or gas or whatever? You guys don't know what to do. Once you guys get settled in, it'll start running, and then it'll run for 100 years. Then it'll run for 100 years. You guys are scrambling all over the place. You don't know what to do. You just lost your job of 20 years. Now you're buying a house. It don't make any sense. Don't make no sense. Oh, I'll be dead, Gabriel. I won't be alive to see that one. If it's gonna be, you talking about like this one? If you're talking about like this one again, yeah, I'll be dead, and you'll be 80. You'll be 80 years old. So when you're 80, Gabriel, I want you to come find this video. If YouTube is still around, I want you to come find this video and say, LJ told me back. He told me that back in 2021. He said he'll be dead, I'll be 80, and this is when the crash would happen. Yeah, I gotta give me a Cat 5 cable or something. Yeah, I'll just get me a cable. And no, I gotta get a whole Cat 5 adapter for this because I don't have that on my Mac. I don't have a Cat 5 connection on my Mac. Uh-oh. Blake Henry, 1980. Let me take a screenshot of that. 1980, Blake Henry, 2000, Blake Henry. Oh, Blake Henry, the first, second, and third. I don't know, man. The rent moratoriums end at the end of this month, and we're in the middle of this month now. So hold on for a quick second, you guys. All right. What's Cosmic saying? Oh wait. I think they'll separate people by the amount of debt they'll have in the next crash because it'll be bad like 1929. Because they've been evicting people through the moratorium. At least in my market, they stopped for 3 months and been rolling since. What I'm thinking is this: when it's official, this is just my view of it. They're going to come up with something. That cannot happen. I'm going to just say it right now. The rent moratorium cannot end. It can't. That many people cannot be kicked out at the same time. That cannot happen. Cannot happen. Nope, can't happen. The president's going to come up with something that's going to do something. And guess what? You guys are going to pay for it, slaves. You guys are. No, they're not. You think the people with money are going to take a loss? They're not taking a loss. Just like they did with the people with the mortgages, with the 40-year extensions, they're going to do something like that with you slaves. They're going to do something like that. You better believe that they're not taking the loss. You see what they did to the slaves with the mortgages? They rolled up all the back payments into the 40-year extension. Now they're going to get even more money than the year they were out. You know, then the slaves are going to do it because they don't want to lose their house, so they're going to do it. I don't know what they're going to do with the people with the rent. I don't know. I'm curious. I can't wait to see it myself. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Just like I knew when the mortgage one, I thought a crash was going to happen for sure. I was saying it. I was like, oh, no, nah, man, this house, there's nothing going to stop it. It's going to crash. It's going to be the biggest crash ever. And then they announced 40-year mortgages. I was like, oh, checkmate. I didn't see that one coming. 40-year extensions? Didn't see that. Sorry. Doubted the system. Won't do it again. So now when the rent moratorium ends, you guys they're going to do something else. They're going to do something. Because if everybody get kicked out and it said like everybody got their stuff just put out on the street. Let's just imagine that. They said rent moratorium's over. Everybody got to get out and everybody just get kicked out at the same time. If they drive up to the nice part of town, they're going to see furniture on the street. People in the poor part of town, they're probably driving through somewhere in a nice part of town and see all these people's furniture on the street. They're going to be like, wait a minute. I don't get it. I thought you guys were rich. Then they're going to wake up. That can't happen. That cannot happen. No, that's a little too long. That's a little too long. Because you got to remember, if they did that, you mean the landlords and the people that own the house, they're just fucked? No, that can't happen either. Because the majority of the landlords, they're in debt too. Like the people that ain't getting rent and they're the landlords are just like the renters. I promise you. The renters and the landlords are exactly the same. The renter is just renting from the renter. The landlord's renting from the bank. Like when you rent, you don't know who you're renting. Like if you rent from somebody personally, you don't know their financial situation. That's the scary part. If you rent from a personal owner, you don't know their financial situation. So if they mess up and they lose whatever property is, you guys got to get out. No matter what contract you had with whatever, right? You got to get out because they don't own it because your contract was with the person. Not with the new owners, with the person. Don't let these headlines fool you. A lot of states sued the government and not honoring the moratorium at the Fed level. Oh, okay. Interesting. The moratoriums ending are to push people to buy homes at inflated prices. Okay, so tell me this, Andre. Tell me this. Why are there's help wanted signs everywhere. Why are so many people not working? And they're acting like they don't even want jobs. I don't get it. What's up, Ken? What's going on? I don't know. I don't know what's going to, me personally, again, I'm saying that cannot happen. Too many slaves would wake up. If you allow everybody to get kicked out at once, too many people wake up. They'll be like, wait a minute, hold up. You mean when I was paying you rent, you wasn't paying your mortgage with it? No, I was in debt too. I was just like you. They'll be like, I ain't never let that happen again. Sure will lose their property. They are waiting to buy them. When does this unemployment end? That's what I need to know. When does that end right there? When does the unemployment end? All these people who can't afford their rent, does that mean they're never exactly? Does that mean same here? I know my landlord loves me. We do electronic straight from the bank account. That shit's set to automatic to be there on the first. I got it get it pulled straight. So when it's the first come, it's in his account. I don't even think about it. It's just automatic. Can you imagine how many people are coming to him right now saying, I can't pay my rent and I can't do this? rent moratorium. How many people are in his big ass complex? But this is the difference between a landlord like mine and the majority of landlords. My landlord, he's about 70, 80, early 80s maybe. He owns this property. He owns it. Free and clear, he owns it. And it's crystal clear. One day, I already told you guys, one day I'm going to make a video of him riding the lawnmower, mowing these properties. Now, if you see him mowing the grass, you think it's the guy hired to cut the grass. It's him. And he's clearly a multimillionaire. And I'm saying not like that you can see it, like, oh man, he drives Ferraris. No, it's clear. You can just look at a person, hear the way they speak. It's clear. Now, I'm sure when people are not paying his rent, he's not going to lose his properties. He's not going to lose them. They're not going to get foreclosed on. He's probably been prepared for something like this for probably 50 years because he owns the properties. He said, I remember one time I was talking to him. I said, you own these properties? He's like, yeah. And then I looked at him. I said, no, you own these, meaning no payments. He looked at me like, he was kind of shocked that I asked him that way. But he's like, oh, yeah. I've been on these for a long time. I was like, okay, yeah, I already knew. Corps are expecting massive quitting. Why would corporations be expecting massive quittings? Why would they be expecting that? Better believe it. People that pay rent on time right now, in times like these, trust me, your landlord appreciates you. Believe that. In Ohio on June 16th. So it ended last month. So Cosmic, are there still a lot of help wanted signs in Ohio with unemployment ended? Mine owns this too. He rents out 2 floors, lives in one, rents the basement to me and my brother. Nice. My landlord, man, when it comes to repairs, when it's time to get something fixed, you can clearly see this is his shit. He gets it done. Air conditioner went out one time. He had a brand new air conditioner. It's the outside type, central air outside, replaced in 1.5, 2 days. Boom, brand new. The one was gone. He's like, boom, 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 done. That's why when I'm here, I make sure I clean the vents, make sure they don't get clogged up, to ruin the air conditioner. He respects his stuff. I respect his stuff too. I mean, I appreciate him letting me live here. I appreciate it. That's why Wells Fargo's closing accounts push weak hands over it was so harsh. It is harsh how they do you guys. It's like when you read articles like the Wells Fargo that shut down the accounts, it's like turning off the water faucet. Drip, drip, drip. First it was. Well, imagine Wells Fargo looking like you. All right, that's enough, slaves. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, what? We've been living off that money. You guys just taking it from us? Yes, we are. We told you that when you signed up for it, that we can take it back anytime we want. You didn't see that part in the contract? Well, it's in there. I promise you, it's in there. You guys are the only ones that don't read the contract. You want that money so bad. You take that money, refinance your house, and then you live off the money. So you figure like this. This kind of makes sense why people ain't back to work. This is what I see. All this refinance money, refinancing the house because the market's going up. They're getting equity. They're refinancing their house, getting that extra line of credit attached to their bank account, and they're living off that money. So they got so much money in there that they've never seen before. They're like, hey, fuck a job. We cool. We good. We can. Imagine this. The bank have them refinance the house at a percentage rate. Okay. They said, hey, we can attach this money to your current bank account, which they own. They own the whole thing, whatever. It's just a click of a button. Then they use that money to cover overdraft fees. They say, hey, man, don't be getting those overdraft fees. Just attach your checking account to the line of credit. So when you overdraft your account, it'll pull it from the line of credit. They pay their mortgage. They borrow the money from the bank to pay the mortgage to the owner of they take the mortgage money from the line of credit to pay the mortgage. They borrow the money to give the money right back to the bank, which makes the mortgage payment even more. Bravo, Wells Fargo, bravo. Hey, Wells Fargo, I will shut the fuck up. Bravo. I know you guys been at it well before I was born. It's all in your family and everything. Bravo. Woo. My landlord got into a car accident. He bought all the parts and fixed it himself. Hell yes, jobs with $2K bonus, $20 an hour, full benefits, paid vacation, no high school diploma needed, no experience either. They're paying you to work. That's all going to come to a halt. You guys, if you ain't got a job now and you've been lazy and you see jobs are everywhere, now is the time to get a job, because once the faucet is closed, everybody's going to be begging for jobs. Employees are quitting because they are being offered higher wages elsewhere. Plus, they have higher inflation expectations. That's exactly how it works, LJ. Yes, they are holding out for something better. I wonder what they will do when gas is $10 a gallon. No, finance a Tesla. Andre, get your words right. Like when you slaves fight over buying versus leasing, you don't ever stop and say, hey, wait a minute. Isn't buy a noun and buying a verb? Yeah, that's why they're saying buying. When you go buy, I'm gonna buy that candy bar. Do you say I'm a buying that candy bar? I'm gonna go buy a bag of chips. Hey, I'm gonna go buying a bag of chips. Does that sound right? Because that sounds stupid. What's up, Robert?
Hey, how's it going?
And you? All right, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah, I just
What's
want to
going
say
on?
thank you for. I just want to say thank you for saving my life, man. Woo! I started
I
applying everything
appreciate
you
that.
did. I just been applying everything you've been saying into my life. Like I started, when I start finally understanding the time of my life, I started applying that to my health and to my well-being. And I explained this to because due to my injury, they give you like a therapist, like when you're on workers' comp. So I explained it to her that ever since that I've been rethinking, redoing my life, redoing things differently, and getting out of debt. I said I haven't been stressed or depressed in months, and
Yeah,
I just
stress is bad. Stress. Have you noticed stress is not part of life when you don't want it, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed something about slaves, man. Yeah, slaves love it when you working 40 hours a week for some odd reason. It's like, how many hours you work? 40 hours a week. Oh, good, good, good. You working. And it's like, you paying your bills and all this other stuff. But what I noticed with slaves, what they would do is they would compare jobs. And I never understood that for a long time until now. I was like, oh, because I'm in the same, it's like being in the same boat with them. It's like, birds of a feather, flock together.
Well, that's part of the program.
Yeah.
That they're just running the program. They don't know they're running the program.
Yeah, I
Because I
didn't know.
remember when I was in a debt matrix, I remember asking myself, who came up with the 40-hour work week? Why is it Monday through Friday, 40 hours? Who said that? Nobody had an answer for me.
Yeah, same here. I couldn't get the answer either. I was wondering for a long time. It's like, wait a minute, I only get Friday and Saturday. I mean, Saturday, Sunday off.
Right.
So,
7 days in a week. My job owned 5, and I own 2. Yeah, something's wrong.
yeah, a whole lot of what's wrong. I was like, no, I gotta get out of that. But the good news is that I paid my car. Finally got paid off.
Your what?
My car.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. And I was able to pay off one of my credit cards. So it was like a little
Congratulations on
bank.
that.
Thank you. And I noticed that I freed up a lot of stress. I was like, man, I should have done this a long time ago. It feels wonderful.
Well, look at it this way. You don't realize until, I mean, you're starting to realize now, but people, unconscious slaves, think stress is part of life. But what stress really is a direct pointer of what needs to be removed from your life. Stress is actually your friend. It's not your enemy. It's like people go to the hospital to get drugs to calm down the stress, right? They always say, hey, man, I need to see the doctor, man. To make stress just shut up. It's the drugs to say, shut up, stress. But stress is saying, hey, needs to be removed from your life, and I'm not going to stop telling you until you do it. That's what it really is.
Yes. I finally realized that ever since I removed it, it's like going through hardship. I was like, once it got removed out of my life, it was just like the best feeling ever, man. And
have people around you noticed something different in you?
Yes, they have. I have
where family, work, who you talking about?
Oh no, my neighbors and my family, like my sister. She's like, you have a glow about you. I was like, well, like when you walk around smiling, being happy, it's
right.
like that feeling is just something that I will always cherish, man. It's just I feel good.
Like think about it this way. Think about it this way, because I want people to understand this, that I'm not bragging, okay?
Right.
Like let me tell you, will you ever forget SMD, me or SMD?
Never.
Never.
I mean, you changed. You made my life for the better. I just had.
Am I bragging? Am I bragging at all?
No, you telling the truth.
Exactly. I'm not even bragging.
The reason you're not bragging because it's a hard look in the mirror. It's like you have to acknowledge that, hey, I am a slave. It's like that. It's like when you said, like, I had to walk in the mirror and I had to say it to myself. I said, I am tired of being a slave. I'm tired of working 40 hours.
Did you actually do that? Did you actually do that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, congratulations, man. That's a big step. Congratulations on doing that. Because I did it myself too.
It had to be done. I just got tired of, I'm getting older and I wasn't like progressing the way I wanted to. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, no, I'm tired of this. It wasn't the other person that told me. I mean, you told me, but it was just like I had to face down myself. I had to be like, it's time to buckle down and take care of your business.
Did you notice anything wrong before you came out found the SMB channel?
Tell you like really one of the only people out here that's telling the actual truth about all of this. You really are.
You're coming in and out. Can you hear me okay? Robert, I lose you? Robert, come back in if you can hear me, man. Come back in. I want to finish this. Yeah, exactly, Andre. Stress is like the engine light in your car. Don't ignore it. I didn't know until I was relieved of stress. I didn't know stress was my friend. Because in the debt matrix, stress is made to look like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's something that's telling you that something needs to be removed from your life, and it's not going to go away until you do it. But the reason why people ignore it, because stress is not a physical. I mean, it is and it is and it isn't. I need to stop popping up on the stress is physical. It is physical and it's not, because you can feel stress in your body, but you can't say stress is red, stress is round. You can't say that, right? But since it's not that, you distinct. Robert, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you good now. We're good now.
Yeah, I just had to refresh refresh the page and everything.
Okay. So yeah, man. So you how far you got left? You got how much? You got a couple credit cards left, or what you got left?
No, I just only had but one one was just only like 1,000 that I paid off. That was like basically it.
Now you're free, or will
Yep.
be free, or
No,
will
I
be
am
free.
free. No, I am free.
Or you have no debt now.
No, I paid off a car. I paid off my credit card. I just got just I have a small amount that I owe for for my bills back, because I some stuff got behind while I was injured. So I just gotta pay that off. Then I will.
Okay. Okay. No, you're already free in your mind. Okay. You just wrapping up the physical part. That's all.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, in my mind, I'm completely free. It's like I know the solution to the problems that I was
Right.
having.
Right. And you can go straight for it now, man. It's like now, like when your family sees you a different person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do they ever inquire like, well, how'd you do it, or they just said don't say nothing?
Oh no, I don't. Right now, I don't say. Now, my grandmother, she told me this. My grandmother, she was like, if one thing I could take from her is that she's like, you'll never own a house if you constantly working 40 hours a week and you making minimum mortgage payments like she did.
She said that to you?
Yes, she did.
Mm.
Like we be having conversations. Like my my mom passed, but so I keep on my grandmother. She told me a lot of stuff, like all the mistakes that she made. She was like, she was financing cars for years. She kept on. She had to refinance her house twice, and I'm like, and she ended up losing it. But I'm like, there's no way she could pay off the house because when she had stomach cancer, her bill, after she got, after they removed it because they did it through surgery, and her bill was over $1 million.
Whoa.
So she had to file bankruptcy and lost the
Oh
house
yeah.
and everything.
Oh, she lost the house in the process.
Mm-hmm. And she was like working at the hospital where
But she had a mortgage on it. She had a mortgage on it?
Correct. She had like 20,000 left, but that's when all the health problems came. And she was like, do not be like me. Do not be like working 30 years at a job and it's all wasted.
Oh, that'd be horrible. That'd be very horrible.
And
That'd be bad.
It was very bad. I felt the pain when she said that.
I could feel the pain just listening to the story.
Yeah, and when she said all that, that's what everything you said to me hit me like a ton of bricks. The time of your life is an asset.
Yeah.
It really is, man.
Man, I think about that. You better believe if you got a $1 million doctor bill and you only own $20,000 on your house and you file bankruptcy, you better believe they're taking that.
Yeah. And
Mm.
I saw the bill and everything. It was like she didn't want to show me at first. This was a while back, but she showed it to me, and I was like, I couldn't believe it either. It's like they do not care. It's business.
It's business. No,
Y'all,
I'm sure there's some protections in there to prevent something like for that from ever happening to somebody that owned a house, because that could easily possibly happen. You have no insurance, you get hurt, get a $1 million bill, and you got to pay it off house, and you can't pay the $1 million bill, so you have no choice but to file bankruptcy. But they find out you got to pay it off house, you better believe they're taking that.
yes, they are. You better believe them letters coming, and they
Uh,
came too.
Oh, I'm sure there's ways to protect, but obviously she didn't know, because I remember my grandmother left my mom a house, a paid off house in Seattle. My mom didn't know about money. The bank reached out, said, "Hey, you want to refinance the house? You can get all this money." And my mom took it, lost the house,
Damn.
lost
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Jesus. But
Now, had I known what I knew today, I was 16 at that time, so I didn't know nothing, right? But
right.
if I knew today, that wouldn't have happened. That would have not happened.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, people need to listen to you, man. You change your lives out here.
I appreciate that, man.
That's
I
why
love it,
that's
man. That's my this is my purpose.
that's why I became a member. Like I definitely became a member and everything. I was like, I definitely this man definitely speaking the truth. I had to experience it to order to understand it. I had to feel it. I had to feel what
Yeah,
I spent.
yeah.
I had to feel, being reckless, and I did it to myself. I'm not bitter towards businesses or landlords.
Right,
Oh,
right.
I'm not better at them at all. I looked in the mirror. I was like, I did this to myself.
hmm Yeah, paying it back, that pain of paying it back, that's part of the process. You got to
Hmm.
feel what you spent, so make sure you don't do it again. It does.
Absolutely.
It does.
Because another thing of like with slaves, I noticed. I had this is like a dating minus debt thing. I
hmm
noticed that a lot of slaves, where if you out of debt, they would somehow try to it like let's say you married and they found out you and your wife is out of debt, they would try to cause division in your marriage. This is when I was like working a lot, and I was like, why do people want to know intimate details about your marriage, about your finances? And I was like, oh, they want to like come in and see what they can get. Like they would like be very detailed about it. Like, do you own your house? Do you what type of car you have? Like, do you have any? They would ask you personal questions because when I was at Amazon, this happened to me a lot. They would like, I never forget it. This is like a while back. I was talking to this lady who was married, and she was telling me about, her husband did this and did that, and he was, and then she told me that he owed the IRS. He owed the IRS like $40,000, and he was, using her. You know how you claim stuff in other people's names?
Oh God,
Yeah,
you already know
and
people that do that. When they put stuff in other people's names, you already know why they're doing it.
exactly.
Mm.
Because they try to take advantage of people. And I seen, and like that goes back to what you were saying. That's like when you out of debt, you learn how to steer away from all that stuff immediately.
Yes, yes.
But I
Well,
seen it
you don't allow those kind of people in your life.
exactly.
You don't.
Like these were married people that I knew when I was at my former job. Yeah, this happened a lot. And what you've been saying and the videos you did, it helped me understood it even further. I was like, why do slaves do that? Like
I think
slaves.
I think it's slaves. You got to remember, slaves always look for things outside of themselves. That's why gossip channels are big,
Yeah,
right? That's why they're so popular. That's why people get millions of subscribers of a gossip channels, because slaves, they cannot look in the mirror. Believe it or not, gossip channels are also important to the economy. It keeps
yeah,
slaves from looking in the mirror because they're always focused on something or someone else.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Cause I seen some of them. I was like, wait a minute, like you rate yourself 1 to 10 to another person.
Right. 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 Right.
I was just laughing. I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm a 6 because you said so. Oh, okay. All right. Whatever.
you mean to tell me that I'm I'm low tier because I don't because I don't have the latest Tesla.
Right.
Not knowing I gotta charge it up I gotta go somewhere to charge it, like a gas station, charge it up for an hour.
When I buy a Tesla, I'll have a supercharging station at my house
Yeah, definitely
because
you need one of
I
those.
wouldn't waste an hour at a charging station. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting there waiting. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I saw a charging station like at a gas station, and it's like the ones where you get food at, and I'm like, oh, so you can order food, spend more money while you waiting to get your car charged.
Oh yeah. You better believe places like that are going to be at every single charging station. What else they're going to do? Can you imagine having a restaurant at a charging station? You know how much money you'd be making?
Oh man, you make a man, you should have got into like real estate, into business counseling a long time ago. You would have made a killing.
I had to know this information first though.
Yeah, I understand.
Because you got to remember they don't know this language exists. So like when you and I talk like this, they can't hear us talk.
No, they can't.
They don't know that they shouldn't be waiting at a charging station. They don't know the reason why they're waiting at a charging station for an hour to charge a Tesla because the Tesla owns them. That's why they're
It,
doing it.
exactly. Just like the clock on the job, it owns you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I earn vacation time, and it's like, wait a minute, I gotta let you know 2 weeks in advance when I take vacation.
Mm.
Like, wait a minute,
And
but I
see,
earned
and
this
see if you
time.
approve for it. They got to approve you for the vacation
Yeah.
too.
I'm like, wait a minute, why do I need approval for time that I earned?
Hold up, honey. Hold up, honey. Hey, family, wait. We can't really plan our vacation. I got to wait for what my boss says, okay? And then we can plan our days after he allows the day. Mm-mm. No,
Yeah, because
none of that.
my neighbor was telling me that she wanted her birthday off, but her manager denied her because he was saying that other people took the day off. And I looked at her strange. I looked at her confused. I'm like, wait a minute, you had to ask to take your birthday off?
And
Yeah,
it's,
you
and,
do.
it's, and most days are according to seniority. If somebody
Yeah,
has seniority, they get to pick the best days. So I got to wait in order to not only for my boss to approve, I got to wait till somebody else that's been there longer to give me so I can get the crap days.
yep. I was like, oh no, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. This ain't working. This ain't normal. I know it's part of the system, but to me, this ain't normal.
Yeah, because you look at it, it is part of the system, and that's the way it has to be. I get it. I get the total system. I get the way it works. I respect it. It's amazing. But I'm just glad I'm not in it. I'm glad I'm not on that side of it no more.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Right.
By the end of the year, to be on the other side, away from it.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
looking at it different because the system is just a system. It's just there, right? It
right.
only favors those who trust mathematics. It's not good or bad. It's just there, and it trusts those who trust mathematics. Period.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I was just calling in just to let you know that you saved my life, and asking questions about that because, like, the work husband thing that you talked about, and I always ask myself, like, wait a minute, why would they even call me? Because somebody tried to do that to me once. It's like, oh,
The
she's your
what?
work.
What's
No,
the? Oh, work husband. Oh, God. Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
no,
Oh, go
no.
ahead.
They was like saying, oh, she's your work wife. I was like, no, I'm. This is why I was married. I was like, no, I'm married. I don't do
Who's
nothing
saying
like
that? Who's saying that to you? Who was saying that?
diff, different co-workers at the time.
Oh God. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And they was like, because y'all always like, speak to each other. You always talk to each other. And it didn't never dawn on me that I was at work more than I was at home.
Oh, yeah. And I get it. They basically, when they say work husband, work wife, they're just talking about affairs that happen at work. That's how it happens.
Yeah, no, I never cheated. That's one thing.
No, not you. I'm just saying in general. That's how, because the majority of slaves, they are at work. They're at work more than home. So of course, if you have a bad marriage, which is going to be bad because you're never going to see your partner because you're never there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's going to go bad.
Now that I know what I know now, if I ever get married again, I'm definitely not going to be working at warehouse jobs or anything of that nature. Because
you're not going to marry a slave.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
Because I seen I seen how it can break down when you marry a slave. You're never there. You're always stressed over money. You always stressed over bills, and you never have time for each other. So I see why like affairs and adultery be taking place on the jobs.
Right.
Because that's all you need.
Yeah, because that's this thing. People have affairs at work because they spend 40 plus hours at work. They finance houses that they don't live in because they're always at work. They finance cars that they only drive in traffic because they're only at work. They only drive it to and from work and to the store. They drive and they finance things that they can't enjoy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very crazy. It's just like, it's just amazing how all this is all was coming towards me now. And it's like, that's part of the, getting out the debt matrix too. It's like you'll say things like, well, I should have learned this a long time ago, but I had to learn it this way.
Correct.
That's the only way.
Think about it this way too. And that's easy to get caught up in that. Oh, I wish I would have learned this a long time ago. But you got to remember, everybody got to wake up at different ages or else it wouldn't work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody. And so my position, if I didn't follow what was inside of me telling me that I had to do this, you and I would have never, we would have never met. SMD would have never been created.
Yeah. But I'm grateful for you, brother. I am.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I want you to shoot for the moon, go far as possible with it.
The world. SMD it will be around the world, man. And it will be like, I want everybody to know it's going to be a family. I want to make sure everybody understands when SMD is known around the world, I'm going to make sure the world knows that I am not SMD. I'm LJ, right?
Yeah.
I want them to know SMD is the family. So I'm going to make sure always that distinction's there.
Yes. Good. Like, family is very important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I ain't
Worldwide,
gonna hold up,
man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold up your time though. But I just want to say thank you so much for everything. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate you 100%. I'm a SMD family member for life. And man,
I like that. Got to get the shirt, man. Show the world. Get the shirt.
Yeah, definitely. I heard that you was having the t-shirt issue. Like, they wasn't sending them out.
No, they were late, but I have them now.
I
have them now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just click on the link. The link is in the details of the video. So just click on the link in the video, the details in the video. You can pick up one.
Oh, definitely. I will do so.
Yeah.
And I know which one I'm going to get too.
Well, I only got one. This is the only one available right now.
Gotcha.
Okay. So if you want to wait till the one you want comes up, but the next one is going to be the mortgage versus rent.
I'm definitely getting that one.
Because it's the hot housing market right now. That shirt's going to be perfect for this climate right now. That's why I'm going with that one.
Indeed. Yeah. I'm glad you brought up that, concept that you can only buy a house with cash. Because when I tried,
see how you say this. Listen to the way you said it. I love how you bring up that concept. It's not even a concept. It just is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just part of the program. Don't worry about it. You still got a little residual of the debt matrix on you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it just is like, you can't buy a house financed.
Right. No mortgage in the world makes you a homeowner.
No, it doesn't.
And they got millions of people believing it. Hey, you got to respect that, man. You got to respect that.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, this my former coworker who I was like extremely close with, like, I was cool with her,
Your former who? Co-worker, you said?
yeah, coworker.
Mm-hmm.
After she filed bankruptcy, right? She had went and financed a car. Now, of course, they gonna see that you filed for
Of course.
bankruptcy.
Of course.
So I asked her, how much is your interest rate? Guess what number she said?
20s.
Oh no, 34%.
Is that even? I thought 29.99 was
No, it
29.99 was
can
the
it
highest.
no, it can go up further. Right? I'm going by what she told me. I'm like, really? I was confused
Maybe,
like you.
man, maybe it's different for state to state, but god damn, it was 30 something percent.
Yeah. I
You
was
know
like,
why? You know why she accepted 30 something percent?
what?
Because she just filed bankruptcy.
Oh, well, yeah, it made it. She in her mind, see the glitch. Well, not the glitch, but in her mind, she believed that it was like, her payments was much lower, but it's like she just made it easier. She thought it was
And it counts
easier
on
on
what
her.
did she get? Bankruptcy. I wonder what she got, chapter 13 or chapter 7, too. That counts big time, too.
Yeah, I'm thinking chapter 7.
Mm. It sounds more like 13 to me, man.
Yeah, I could definitely believe that, but I didn't get into detail. I'm just going by what she told me, and I was like confused as everybody else when she said that. I'm like, "Uh, really? I was I didn't know what to say, so I just dropped it after a while. But I was just like, I'm confused.
Yeah, you're going because it's a slave. See, they don't. You got to remember like this, so you don't be confused. You got to remember they don't know what they're doing. That's why you're confused, because you're confused because you don't. You're wondering why she doesn't know it. But if she knew it, she wouldn't do it. But since she doesn't know it, that's why she's doing it.
I understand now. And
See?
that all it's just like all this stuff during my 7 years at my former job. That
Mhm.
it's just like a bunch of slave stuff that happened that I'm just now picking up on it. I was like, oh, like now I'm finally understanding this stuff. It's like, wait a minute, they did that? Yeah.
It's gonna slowly. What I noticed with me too, and it's always been there, but it just comes into focus. And and it's good that it happens slowly. You don't want it to happen too fast.
Right.
Yeah, you want it to happen slow because it might overwhelm you. Because sometimes every now and then something will come to me really quickly, and I'll be like, "Whoa, I gotta slow that down because I don't need it to happen that fast."
Yeah. But
Because
definitely. Go ahead, go
because
ahead, go ahead.
you'll be like, "Damn, that was in my face the whole time," and you'll start to get upset and be like, "Oh man," you start doing that. "Oh man, if I'd known this 20 years ago, blah blah blah," stuff like that.
But yeah, I
Mhm.
just also wanted to say too, like ever since I valued the time of my life, I've been eating much healthier.
Mm.
Like
Yes,
I,
that's what happens. Yeah.
yeah,
because
I
you
don't touch.
because you now
Yeah,
know you need your body to walk around on earth. If you don't have
yep,
your body, it don't matter how much money you got.
yeah. I start eating cleaner. I don't touch alcohol. I don't go to no bars. I don't even hit the clubs like that. I don't even touch them. Like, no, I'm good, man. I need my rest. I need clarity.
Right.
I
Yeah.
need my
I don't even.
mind.
I mean, the club thing, of course, I've been stopped doing that, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't want to risk, especially when think about it. When you value your time, man, it's you think about those type of situations very differently because people. I value the time in my life, and I don't want to be around a bunch of unconscious drunk people.
Yeah, it's like like going out to eat at a restaurant. I get takeout, and I see a bunch of people at the bar drinking. That's
Right.
that's their choice. But then when I was sitting there waiting for my food, I was looking, I noticed something. I'm like, wait a minute, how come they all drinking, spending lots of money using credit cards to pay for it? And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. CNTS.
Well, that's what that's what they program slaves to do. Have you noticed, like, mostly movies and TV shows, every time a person's stressed, they always have a cigarette and they're at the bar drinking at the same time. That's a program to tell people this is what you do when you're stressed, instead of saying, hey, let me remove what's causing the stress in my life. Let me remove that. But instead, I'm gonna go to the doctor, get some medicine, drink and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Yeah.
programs.
Yeah, it's a huge program. It's a multi-million-dollar program.
Yes, I get it. It's just business. It's just business. I was just telling those guys the other day, I was like, you ever see those smoking commercials where they'll have somebody come on TV with a really messed up face from years of smoking or something, or their throat's missing, whatever, right? If smoking causes that, how are cigarettes legal? I don't get it. If smoking cigarettes can make my face look like that, wouldn't they make the cigarettes illegal?
It should. Oh, better yet, the thing that you put onto your throat so you can speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all.
Oh yeah, that thing too. Exactly. Oh, smoking made me lose my voice box. Now I got to use a machine. How come cigarettes ain't illegal? Because there's two reasons. Number one's money. But can you imagine if they made cigarettes illegal? Do you know how hot the black market would be?
Oh,
smokers just wouldn't stop smoking because they made it illegal. There would be a new opportunity for underground. That cannot happen.
No,
they can't make cigarettes illegal. They can't.
No, I don't think they ever will. But then, like you said, that's above our generation.
Correct.
It's
Because
like
even when I was young, when I look at cigarettes, I used to look at cigarettes and say, "Oh, I see what it does to people. I'm not smoking cigarettes." I just made up in my mind that I'm not smoking cigarettes.
I see what happened to my stepdad, because my dad, he was a Newport's 100 in a box, four boxes almost a day, and I seen what happened to him.
Wow.
Like, so, him and my mom, they was like that. Ever since I was 4 years old.
And see can you imagine the makers of Newports? They market Newports to black people. Oh, black people smoke Newports. It's like, who said that? Newport?
Yes, they do. I mean, when I grew up in the country, in the state of Virginia, that's all I ever known was, like, every time, my mom and her friends and my dad and his work buddies, they'll be like, "Hey, can I get a pack of Newports 100 in the box?" They would never say Newport singular. They would always say in a box, and they would be like chain smoking the living heck out of Newports.
Yeah, hey man, it's just business.
Yeah, but I see
same thing with alcohol. You can put a rag in alcohol, light it on fire, and blow up a car, but you drink it. You see what I'm saying? Even when I was younger, I said, "Wait a minute, I can blow up something with this, and you want me to drink it?" I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
And if you spit out near spit it out right near a flame, you can make a flame torch.
Right. Exactly. Spit out fire using alcohol, but people drink it. Can you imagine what that does to your body? Nah, I'm not. I'm good.
I seen what happened. My dad, he died from lung cancer, man. He kept hacking up like black smudge and spit. I seen it happen to quite a people. And this is and what happened was he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And he didn't ever tell us about it until like almost 3 weeks before he actually died. And then when they did, the doctors told us, the news and stuff, and they took pictures. Yeah, his lungs was black.
From smoking years of Newports.
Yep. And so that's
I was never with those cigarettes, man. Never.
Neither was I. But that's what I'm saying. When you value the time of your life, man, you get that reflection that reflection comes at you hard.
It does. And it never stops, you know,
No,
and I want you to know when you start, you're going to start, more and more is going to come to you, and it's never going to stop. And it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I love it, man. That's why we're talking on the mic right now, because I never stop.
yeah, it never, it's like, it's been coming at me, a lot lately. And it helped me a lot. I could tell you that it just helped me grow and become a better person.
Mm.
But yeah, but it's the system. And I can't get mad at the system because at the end of the day, they chose that.
Yeah, if you ever hear somebody telling you their feelings about the system, you know they're pretty much a slave. Why? Because they're involving their feelings.
Hmm.
Oh, the system is bad. Why are you telling me how you feel about the system? I don't care how you feel about it.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you, it's just like when you gotta pay insurance on the, oh yeah, gap coverage. That's why I wanted to ask you. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's amazing to me how when you pay gap coverage, the insurance is for the protect the auto loan, not you.
Insurance is the gap and regular insurance is to protect the bank.
Yeah, I didn't
Mhm.
realize that until I paid the car off. once
What?
I paid, yeah, once I paid the car off,
You didn't
it was
realize
like
what?
what gap coverage was.
Oh, did you have it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, it was like me and my after it was like doing. But this is why I was married,
I
and like
understand.
yeah, and they was like when they do credit checks on you while you're married, they go with the person with the bigger credit number, which was me. So
Okay.
my ignorant self was like, oh, this was like years ago. They was like, wait a minute, you know you got gap coverage, right? I was like, oh, okay. My wife needed a car to go to work. I already had my own because we worked um, two
You didn't
different
know you
jobs.
had it? You didn't know you had it?
No, really, I didn't. For
Okay.
a long time, I just didn't knew what it was.
Wow. Okay, that's important information to know, but go ahead.
So I didn't know what it was, and then I remember like signing all this paperwork on the when I was at the dealership. I was at a Ford dealership, and when you do it, we had to do a digital contract. So I was in the back with the not with the people that sell the car. I was in the back with like the head manager of the whole building, and he had this big computer screen. It was like, how can I describe this? It's a flat desk, right? But you can interact with it. And he was like, you sign here, so you put your finger on the screen and you like sign your name on it. So me and my
Oh,
wife did
okay.
that.
Yeah.
My wife did that. Guess how long I was at that dealership?
6 hours.
Yes, I was there at 1:30 p.m. I didn't get out until 8:30 p.m.
Oh my God. No. Mm. They know that they do that to wear you down.
They did.
Hmm. They do that to wear you down.
I'm test driving the car. The driver, he wasn't going to details about how much it costs until the very end. I was like,
Did they
and
did they park the did they park the car right up in front of the window where you were signing the paperwork?
yes, they did.
So you can look at it.
Hmm.
Oh, jeez, man. They only do slaves like that. At a car
Yeah,
lot for 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours. Mm-mm. I did it
yeah,
too. I'm telling you, I did it too. That's just crazy, man. Absolutely bananas.
yeah. Oh, then on top of that, just in case if you like don't pay the car, they make you fill out a form. Like put down 6 references, namely family members that might know you, just in case if you miss a
What said that
payment.
again? They made you do that?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like how like who people that and you put down their address and phone number just in case if you take the car you try to hide it with them.
Yeah, they
you know
only do
like
that. They only do that to people with bad credit.
yeah,
They make you sign. They make you give them the names and phone numbers of relatives.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't got bad credit, they don't do that.
Correct. Because she had the bad credit, but because like I co-signed with her that during that time, they did that for her.
Mm.
Looking back on it now, I was like, yeah.
I can't remember if I Gap I did or did not, but yeah, especially you saying that you didn't know at that time, they were just taking advantage of you just not knowing. Because Gap insurance is on top of regular insurance.
Yes.
It's separate.
Yeah, it's like you like if you like a total.
Well, long story short is this. Gap insurance is for those people that are upside down in their car.
Yeah.
Gap insurance is for those people that owe more on the car than what it's worth.
Yeah.
That alone should tell you something. Wait a minute. I owe more on this car than what it's worth. Something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you're making payments.
And guess how I found that out?
How?
When I got my personal property tax bill from the city.
What happened?
Oh, they listed up there how much the true value of the car is.
They what?
They list the true value of the car on your personal property tax bill.
The true buyer of the car.
No, the true value, like how much the car actually is worth.
Okay.
They put it on your personal tax, like when you every February in Virginia, where I'm at, you get a personal property tax bill.
Okay.
And when I open the tax bill, it has up there the number. They have up there the actual value of the car, like how much it's really worth.
Oh, in your state? Okay, I've never heard of that. They do that in your state. Gotcha. Okay, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
A person. What was the name again? Personal property tax bill.
Yeah. It's like because it's some cities like you gotta have a city sticker on your car.
Okay.
And when you gotta pay taxes on it every year. Like every year you gotta go to City Hall and you gotta pay personal property taxes on your car. And when you do, they give you a brand new city sticker that you gotta put on your car.
Oh, so like tabs on a car.
Yeah. Not like decal stickers, but this is like for each different city. Like the city, like Chesterfield County, you gotta get a sticker for that area you stay at, or Richmond, Virginia, you gotta get a.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you gotta pay taxes on it every year in the state of Virginia, and then when you look at your tax bill, they'll put up there how much is your car truly worth, and then they'll put up there the tax amount that you gotta pay on it. So not only do you gotta pay gap insurance, regular insurance, car payments, but you also gotta pay the taxes to the city which you live on that same car.
But if you think about it this way though too, if you didn't have car payments, right?
Right.
And regular insurance that you put on there yourself, would you care about that tax bill?
No, I wouldn't.
See, that's the only reason why you care about the tax bill is because you had car payments and high insurance and you had regular insurance, gap insurance, car payments. But if you didn't have any of that, you wouldn't care about the tax bill.
Correct, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't care. Because if I go to another state or whatever, I'm just going to understand, okay, how do you guys, basically this is what I'd be thinking. How do you guys do your taxes here? Okay, okay, you do this does that. Okay, and then I'll just adjust accordingly. Okay, I won't get car payments. All right, cool. It's just, that's all it is. You just got to figure it out. Everybody has different things. You just figure it out.
True. Yeah, because this is another thing that had happened. I had moved to another city some years back. This was like a while back when I still had where I was making payments on the car. Mm-hmm. So DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, they had put a DMV stop on my car, which means I couldn't get DMV tags. Like I couldn't get the decal stickers. And I was
why they put a stop on your car? What's that mean?
A stop when you don't pay like your taxes on the car.
And stop means what? You can't drive it no more? What's that mean?
No, that means your tags, when your tag, you know how you renew your registration, when you renew every year you get a new DMV sticker on your license
Yes.
plate. I
Yes.
couldn't get that
Until what?
until I had paid the taxes off.
Oh, gotcha.
So when
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
so when I found out was that the city the city that I used to live in, they was taxing me for the car as though I still lived there. But in the state of Virginia, you're not supposed to do that. So what they had to do was they had to take the block off of the car itself, and they had to rescind all the taxes that they said I owed, and found out that I didn't owe. So that's another thing. In some states, like yeah, they'll put a DMV block on you if you move to another city, and and they'll still try to say you still owe taxes in that
Yeah, if
particular
I got
city.
into something like if I went to a place and it was that convoluted with taxes, I just wouldn't live there. I just like, nah, I'm good. I'll move to another state.
Yeah, the state of Virginia is like a lot of independent cities, and then plus it's Commonwealth. So it's like each city is independent of one another.
Is that what Commonwealth means?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like basically meaning it means you won't own nothing.
So the Commonwealth means it's independent of the city it's in.
Yes. Yeah, the state of Virginia it's like every city is independent.
So it's sub-cities within the city.
Correct.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Whatever. Wow. Okay. I mean, you just have to figure it out. Counts on how you can't. Just what I say. Pick where you want to live. Find out the tax system, whatever there, and you don't even have to know it. All you got to do is go where you want to live, right? Find a tax person who's debt free and say, "Are you debt free?" Yeah. You already know what I need to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know how it all works as long as you do.
Yeah. That's what I had to do. I had got I had to find a tax person that knew that.
Yeah, you just ask if they're debt free. If they're debt free, that's cool. All right, cool. I don't have to explain anything else, right? Right. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had to do. It was a lesson to be learned. I can tell you that, but it was a lesson that I had to feel.
That you'll never forget. You'll never forget that lesson ever.
Nope.
So good luck on your next woman.
Yeah. No. Dating SavingsMinusDebt taught me a lot. I'm not dating a slave. I'm sorry. That
Yeah,
ain't
that's not
happening
happening.
again.
That cannot happen. I would never date a slave ever.
I don't care how good she looks. If I find out she got loans, man, nah, man. I might hit it, but this ain't gonna change.
Right. And you'll be honest. You'll say, "Hey, by the way, we can be physical, but we're not going to have a relationship ever."
Yeah, you owe too much.
You owe too much money. You're a slave.
Now you and your if she got kids, if she a single mom, I'm not even like arguing with her about that. But if she tells some child support, I'm like, oh nah, too many feelings involved.
Yeah, it really ain't got nothing to do with that single mom and single
Yeah,
dad.
it doesn't.
You always hear them talk about single moms. If they're single moms, that means they're single dads. So it really ain't no difference, right? It's about
Right.
if they're a slave, a single mom slave, or a single dad slave. That's what it matters. That's what matters.
Yeah, if she like just and that's another thing about slaves, man. Slaves, you know, especially like men that owe child support. Not all of them, but yeah, I noticed they like to basically like to have sex a lot, irresponsibly. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's like you didn't learn this the first three times.
Well, when you see guys that have many, many children, you got to understand that they're going to be a slave until they're dead.
Yeah.
There is no way they're not going to ever be. There's no way you can pay that much money. No way. You're going to be a slave until you're dead.
Yeah.
You can't write off child support. Is like taxes. You can't bankrupt them.
No, you can't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you can't do that at all. Or you can't bankrupt. I learned you can't bankrupt restitution either.
No, you can't bankrupt your penalty. Of course not. That's a penalty. You can't bankrupt
No,
your penalty.
no,
No.
no, no, no. People, no, I know someone who tried that.
Are you serious? Trying to bankrupt their restitution?
Yes, I know someone who tried that because they was claiming other people's kids on their taxes, and they got caught by the IRS, and they had to pay that back in restitution, and they tried to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy on it.
You know, so crazy. This is what's crazy about the how the IRS, the only thing, because you got to remember the IRS have access to everything. Okay, just remember that they can see everything. Period. Right.
Right.
They can one look at a person's personal credit report will tell them everything they need to know about that person that they're after. Everything. Everything.
Yep.
Tax evasion, cheating, scamming. Their credit report is going to reflect it, but slaves, they don't know that. They don't know the IRS can just look at their credit report and say, oh, they've been doing this shit for years. Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
All right, so we're about to wrap this up, man. We're going on 3 hours, man. Time
Oh,
to
my
get out
bad.
for here.
My
Oh,
bad,
no,
my
not you.
bad.
Not you. No, it's just my time limit because it's going on 10 o'clock here. So, man, I appreciate you, man. And I thank you for sharing that information, how I did with your life, man, because that would telling me your feelings is what drives me, that keeps me going, letting me know that I'm going in the right direction, man. So thank you.
You're welcome, man. I just want to say thank you for everything, man. But I just feel so blessed to actually be listening to you because it's like you made my life better.
Man, that makes me feel great, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Then I also learned, man, that one of your not concept, but the system when you said that renters know they renting. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, that's the next shirt. That would be the next shirt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one last thing I forgot to tell you, and I'm gonna let you go. You know that when you have a mortgage, if your septic tank system messes up, right? Yeah, the banks don't cover that.
They don't cover nothing.
When I heard that, like they don't cover your septic system, like your sewage system, like that. I'm like, do you know how much that costs to repair?
Slaves don't know that.
Man,
Of course, they're not responsible for anything. You are. You just maintain their property. That's all you do.
Yeah, now that's a slave.
That's a slave. Mortgage people with mortgages, they maintain the bank's property. That's all they are. They're the managers.
Yeah, I can't do it. I see
All right,
managers
sir.
on it. I ain't. All right, you have a good evening. You take care of yourself.
All right, man. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, you guys, about to wrap this up, man. Going on 3 hours. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Like I said, go get the shirt. I'm not saying you have to. Maybe you're just waiting. A couple of you guys reached out to me and you guys said you're waiting for particular statements. I get it. Eventually, there's going to be shirts with a whole bunch of different statements. You'll be able to buy it every time. But again, this is just the beginning. I'm just starting. I'm understanding how it works. I wore it out today. I got more looks. I got 2 people that actually said something. I got more people. This is what I got a lot of. Okay, this is what I got a lot of. I walked in. We went out to eat, and we went a couple of other places. I wore it in. I got a lot of looks like, and then I got a lot of going to the phone. So maybe a lot of people went to go to see SMD on the channel, go see my videos. Who knows? Because it's at the bottom there, so that they see Savings Minus Debt at the bottom with the YouTube icon there. They see that, look me up, and then so I don't know how many people went to the phone to look me up. So we'll see. All right. Again, the people that bought the shirts, I sent them out today, so you should be receiving them in the next few days. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you, Andre, Amina, Cosmic, Hyphy, All right. Who else is in there? You guys are all Sal's. What's up? I didn't see you sneak in there. All right. Later. You guys have a good night. Appreciate it, Aaron. See you later, NYC. See you guys later. All right. You guys have a wonderful night.